Hello, everyone. This is Duran's Healing, and welcome to tonight's Healing Circle. For those of you who are new here, welcome to my channel, where I provide weekly energetic updates for the collective. And as I began to blaze this fire tonight, gather around and contribute your very powerful energy. Whether it be a like, a share, subscribe, or comment below to let me know how these messages are showing up in your world. And with that being said, I would like to jump right into the stones to see what's going on out here in the cosmos. And the message that's speaking the loudest is coming from your spirit guides, your ancestral team, or your higher team. And I'm seeing something is brewing up for you, or something is coming down for you. Yeah, and the overall theme that I'm picking up on is that this energy is about the way that you serve. You serve life. But not only that, it's almost like with whatever you do serve, that turns into life. And being that there is this line or this streamline of energy along this very large thread of consciousness here, I can see that there is a matter of timing. There is a timing concern here, whether you're in it already, whether you're picking up on these energies, or it may be something future tense. But what I would like to do is I would like to dive into this energetic stream of consciousness here to dive deeper into what this serving is about. And what I'm picking up on in the shells is that there's something in this thread of consciousness here that will make you be seen. Like you will be visible. People are gravitating or will gravitate towards you. And the reason for this gravitational pull towards you has everything to do with you healing. You making peace with something, you serving up something to the world so profound that it draws in the crowd is one message that I'm seeing here. But what I'm also seeing is that due to this line, this strict line before this cosmic thread opens up, there may be this lining or this drawing of the sand or this energetic shift in your frequency that people are starting to see. That is what's being visible, your energy. And I'm seeing that people are starting to truly see who you really are. They may be seeing you on a much more powerful level now due to this shift. You vibrating differently, you moving differently. It's not that you have changed per se. It has everything to do with the alignment of the frequencies. What the energy in this current thread of consciousness is opening up, not only for you, but for the collective as well. And these energies, I'm seeing also like people, they are starting to see your energy, this circling around you. People may be pulling on your energy, even if they have not or are not in communication with you, they can see the visibility of your energy. Some people may be trying to reach out to you from your past because they're either seeing that you're in a different space. They're seeing this split in the energies and they may be wondering where you are and what you're up to. But I'm also seeing this split in people you may have disconnected from. They may have saw you or perceived you in a certain light. But now that this thread is here highlighting or elevating your frequency or your visibility, they're seeing who you truly are. Is what I'm gathering here. There's so many people pulling on your energy right now due to this mountain stone, due to your visibility. And the reason for this is because of this stone here. Your path of clarity. There's something in you that has made the choice, that has gained clarity to the fact that you are choosing peace. There's something about you being in a peaceful state right now that is ringing the loudest. You may not want to engage in certain frequency. You may not want to be a part of certain things because you choose peace over all. Not moving into toxic vibrations, not engaging with anything that derails you from this frequency. And this is truly expanding you, expanding the energies out along this thread of consciousness, because I can see it here. You choosing peace is also deepening your relationship with the spirit world. And I would like to dive into this side because it speaks to more of the southern part of your energy. It's going south, but I'm seeing some of you may live in the southern hemisphere. I'm seeing some of you may be in the south. But the south and going down in the cosmic thread of this energy speaks more to depth, going down to the deepest part of the energetic frequency. I know geographically speaking is one thing, spiritually speaking is another, and energetically is a different thing. And as you dive deeper, spiritually is what I'm picking up on. There's something in you that starts to realize that you being in this peaceful state, you choosing to hold up the boundaries, to maintain this frequency within you, is opening up a portal. It's opening up a different gateway here. And your energetic body is picking up on that. And your second ancestor stone is here confirming this, like undercurrent or this underworld is what I'm seeing here. You being in solitude, you being in this peaceful state is opening up this underworld for you. You're starting to choose how to move in this frequency, move into the depths of this underworld. But this underworld has more to do with you embodying and mastering deep energies, deep frequencies, deep challenges and issues because you have overcame. But not only that, you're starting to see how this depth is serving as useful. You're starting to utilize this freedom space. You're starting to see the freedom that you have in this space because you are deep. And you're unlocking this part of yourself. You're unlocking this gateway, or opening up or entering into this gateway or this underworld. And you're realizing there is a lot to do here. There's a lot going on in this sector of your energy, in the sector of the cosmos. And you're starting to make actions, or you're starting to organize and make decisions from this energetic space. Quite uniquely here, though we're down in the deepest part, energetically speaking, when you start to realize that energy rises, energy goes up. And this elevation, though we're going down in the cosmic spread, energetically, your frequency is elevating. I know this is very large and it's very abstract, but this is the side of town when you start to hear sounds, when you're starting to hear the beats, you're starting to see the numbers and the symbols, where language starts to cease and rhythm starts to take shape. Symbols start to organize themselves, show up by way of the vibration. And something in this rhythm you're starting to tap into. Oh, yes, of course, your heart stone is here. Listening to the beat of your heart. And something about this lets me know you're catching a rhythm, you're catching the tune, you're catching this orchestration that's in this underworld that operates on a different frequency. And this beating or the heartstone here symbolizes your devotion, your commitment to healing, your commitment to understanding even the deepest part of your very own spirit. And as you sit in peace and deepen your understanding of all the challenges you've gone through and all the vibrations that your energies are tapped into, you're realizing there is a rhythm here. And you're catching the beat, you're catching this tuning, but you're making decisions from your heart. You're making decisions from this undercurrent frequency, which is on a higher vibration. Listening to the wavelengths that are moving, and all I can see is that your choice to make decisions from your heart, from a heart-centered space, it is operating very differently from the world around you. People may not understand the choices you're making because the vibration that you're on, the frequency that you're vibrating to, is radically different from the paradigm that you live in. You're not merged in with the collective frequency per se. You can feel it, but the choice that you're making in terms of your movement is based off of the rhythm of your heart. And your heart is moving on its most primal directive on an ancient level, and you're finally at a state of peace where you can hear it, making proper decisions on a ancient level based on the rhythm of your heartbeat is what I'm gathering here. Very interesting message. But in this underworld, there is one side of your action in this rhythm that you're catching based off of your heart space. And the other side speaks to your second ancestor stone, which is acknowledging this underworld that you're tapped into. But your light is here. Your brilliant stone is on the other side of this underworld. And the brilliant stone speaks to your desire to excel. Yeah, there is something about mastering here. You will always ascend. Something in your energy is ascending. Though we're in the deepest part or the southern part, ascending is what your energy is about. But not only that, it's giving you the light or the courage to master your own energy, master your own frequency by you staying in this peaceful state and diving deeper into the spiritual side of you. It is cultivating or curating your own signature style. And your style is immersed or embraced or wrapped up in your desire to excel. Your desire to become not only good but great, but not only great, brilliant. The Northern Star is what you look up to. And it is placing you in almost like this V.I.P section. I'm seeing the cutting or the drawing of the lines between one section to the other. It's almost like your brilliance or your light allows you to be in a VIP section. And you may not want anyone or anything to interfere with your frequency is what I'm gathering here, because there's something much more higher that you're devoted to. There's something much more higher in your frequency right now that is causing you or allowing you to rise up. And nothing can get into your VIP section because you have security here. You have security around your velvet rope. And the only stone here that signifies or can help me see what security is your personal gift, your ability to deliver goods. See, when security is here, it does not allow certain things to come in. It is securing the parameters, protecting your light. And your gift is the dispensation of this frequency out into the world around you. So when people want to get in contact with you, when people want to get in close proximity to you, it's because they're picking up on or feeling the gift that you have to deliver. That is what's drawing people in. But what they do not see is the velvet rope. This gift is also a security level, protecting your brilliance, protecting your frequency, protecting your light. That's what they do not know that's here. They can see the light, but they do not know how to get in. The only way that they can access you is through the delivery of your goods. Like you're providing a service to the community, which is equally just as beautiful. Your light is so strong. Your light is so vibrant. It is packaging itself out into goods, into service. Oh, I see this thread of consciousness. The theme was serving, but what you serve is turning into life itself. Your light is almost shining like a lighthouse, like a beacon of light for people to come towards. However, there is a space around this lighthouse, and they're drawing towards your gift, what you're delivering. And being that it is a gift, that is as far as I can see in this current thread right here. But in the overall message surrounding you being in the VIP section and your heart being in a more rhythmic state, what I'm gathering here is that there are certain frequencies in this current thread that is limiting your access, compartmentalizing it. If people are not coming to you, getting relief, getting what you're serving, they can meet you on the dance floor, dancing to this beat, dancing to the rhythm. But this rhythm has to do with your devotion to creating peace in the world around you, your devotion to offer up some solace, some reconciliation. If people cannot meet you on this level of servitude, you're not going to dance. They're not going to be able to catch this beat with you on the dance floor, is what I'm gathering here. Very large message here that's going on in this undercurrent. But what I would like to do is to dive into the cards to see what this section, this VIP section, is about. Your brilliance and your security, which is speaking to your gift that you're delivering. And see what I can also pull on your heart, this rhythm that you're following. What is this underworld about for the collective? And in terms of this underworld, what I did was pull two sets of cards to break down or get into what these two different sides were about, to see if we can draw in a little bit more insight surrounding what's going on here. And the first was about this rhythm, you choosing or making decision from this rhythm that you were picking up on. And the cards that came out were constellation, matters of the heart, current, and direction. And what I'm gathering here is that there is something ancient within you that knows you're here to serve a higher purpose, like a higher call. And no matter how many times you try to psych yourself away from this unique mission, from your unique purpose, it pulled you back in. Your heart somehow guided you back towards what was more important. Something in this energy lets me know something has always happened when you stray too far away. that pulled your undivided attention or pulled on your heartstrings. And this pulling on your heartstrings refocused you in back on the current energies that were moving throughout the cosmos, tapping you back in to the most current songs, the most current tune that was radiating throughout the universe. And what this redirection is, what it is, it gave you direction. No matter how chaotic or no matter how turbulent this pulling on your heart was, it refocused you. What I'm seeing is that as you attempted to normalize yourself around you, normalize yourself in the world, fitting in, creating this homeostasis or this sense of normalcy for yourself, you try to settle into that. But something always happens that shakes you out of things, that stirs things up, that creates this current in your world, sending you back into a different timeline, sending you back into this same vibration that you were not trying to ignore, but try to talk yourself out of, but it redirected you. It course corrected you. And this course correction is this beat in your heart that keeps ringing over and over again. And every time you sink back out, it sinks you back in. That's what I'm picking up on. Getting you back on the right direction, putting you back on the right rhythmic path of your higher calling. You may feel as this shift takes place in your world like things are always going wrong. Something is always happening. If it's not one problem, it's another, is what I'm hearing. The chatter is about. However, the deeper message here has everything to do with alignment. Aligning you back with your heart-based frequency. When you deviate too far off rhythm of your heart, so much so that you're off beat, sinking you back to the rhythm, getting you back up clapping, energetically singing to the tune of your heart. And what it does is connects you on this deeper wavelength that your heart is tapped into. So the situations that appear in your world pulls on your heartstrings, but it also deepens you, sinks you back in to this rhythm, connecting you back into the flow that your heart will not stop pumping on. That's why you're making actions or making decisions from this state. You're realizing it will behoove you to make decisions or to make action from this state so that you can stay in alignment, so you can stay at peace, so you can stay in the divine frequencies of the energies moving throughout the cosmos, because your heart is on it no matter what. Your heart is connected to this higher current. And this is giving you direction. This is almost like a GPS system here, keeping you in tune, keeping you on beat with the rhythm of the underworld. Very large message here. And speaking to the other side, which is the VIP section, the more exclusive side, the cards that came out were two different languages. Take care of yourself, in the midst, and purpose. And what I'm gathering here is that you being in the underworld, you being in a peaceful state, almost make you feel in the world that you live in like you're speaking two different languages, like the world around you is radiating on a certain vibration, but you being at peace, or you staying so long in this peaceful state, it's not about timing, or it's about you staying in a vibration, staying in this energetic frequency. The language barrier occurs, or it rise up because you're focused in on a more higher path, on a more your peaceful cores. The world around you may be radiating differently, making you feel like there is a barrier in terms of communicating with people around you. That's why this access, this limited access, is occurring not because of ego. It's because you're communicating with the underworld. You're communicating on a vibration of mastery, of light. And you're learning that the more you take care of yourself and embody this frequency as you go out into the world around you, be in the midst of the mundane world, you're still able to hold this VIP access. You're still able to hold this inner core frequency within you, but outside this external bubble, which is the security side of you, which is you delivering your gift. The light in you expands out so much, it matures, it masters itself in the 3D. So you have this capacity to go out into the world around you and still communicate and to still live, but this inner core VIP system is still here, allowing you to speak two different language, code switching or changing the way you interact or communicate with the world around you in order for you to maintain a livelihood, maintain this a status quo externally for yourself without interfering with the mist, interfering with the frequency of your light. Because all in all, your purpose is here to be delivered. You're here to deliver your purpose. And no matter what, it will be fulfilled. It is going to be fulfilled because the underworld is ensuring of that. Keeping you in a peaceful like state, keeping you in the depth of your frequency, limiting the access for you, but also beautifully enough, sophisticated enough to have this external or this evolving layer so that you can go outside the world around you and still function properly. The security blanket in this external world is your protective layer where people can still feel the gift of your energy, still feel the gift of who you are without impacting or interfering with the light source, is what I'm gathering here. Very interesting message that I picked up in the cars. Thank you all for joining me in tonight's healing circle. And if you stayed thus far, please be sure to like, share, subscribe, or comment below to let me know how these messages are showing up in your world. And with that being said, I would like to look at the northern hemisphere, the northern side of this energy, for those of you who might be in the north, to see what the other side of this you choosing piece is about. And what I'm gathering here in the stones is that something about your piece is radiating a very unique signature of authenticity around you. Like, I'm just seeing some of you in the collective having a very unique style, a very unique energy about yourself, so much so that people are seeing the healing in you. You may not even desire to attract this type of attention, but you can't help it. People have to like you. People have no choice but to like you because this energy that is oozing off of your frequency, authenticity so different, people want to know about you. People want to figure out who you are, where you come from, and what you're doing. And this northern side also speaks to the external piece, like the outside version of you. And if you can look at the southern, more so like the inner parts of you. And this northern side speaks to the world seeing you. But the way that is radiating out, instead of vibration, instead of rhythms, instead of numerical frequency. It is registering as words. It's starting to materialize in the 3D. It's starting to materialize in the world around you, and people can see a deep wisdom in you. They can hear it in your words. They can see it in the vibration and even in the way that you carry yourself. Yeah, I'm seeing this thread go even larger, longer. We're landing into more of the magical piece. Like almost seeing you as magical is what I'm gathering here. And just like the underworld started with action, you moving a particular way, in the inner part of you choosing peace, there is an external piece where you're moving in the world around you, making choices in terms of where you're working, making different choices about who you're interacting with, who you're socializing with. Something about you choosing peace, your action is honoring that in the very world around you. And people, I'm just seeing this intimate relationship ring here next to your creativity. It's like your authenticity, your external self is choosing peaceful people, peaceful states so much that even in your family system, you may not be choosing to engage in certain dynamics. You may not be choosing to engage in certain vibrations because this energy is expanding your creativity. It is connecting or drawing down your creativity to the paradigm that you live in. And who and what you associate with is very important. And you're realizing that in terms of energy. Something about you making the connection with people in their energy having an impact on your creativity or your creative expression is what I'm gathering here. Your sophistication and the doll that represents you is also sitting here. Very interesting. And what I'm downloading here in this thread of consciousness is that something in your frequency knows that there's something scientific in you choosing peace. This is not solely about you not interacting, not engaging with people. This is a higher and a more intelligent stream of consciousness that you're connected with that fortifies you with the information that is moving through you. You're playing a very pivotal role in streamlining this sophisticated energy to the very paradigm around you by way of your creative expression. There's a science here. There is a higher intellectual piece of information that is being funneled through you and making its way down. That's why you're picking and choosing people to connect with by frequency, by vibration. Because in order for this expression to reach the paradigm, you have to be connected to the right kinds of people. You know it and your energy knows it. This is about a higher knowing. This is about a deep and magical energy that you're connected to through your gut. It's piercing through you and you're allowing this information to funnel through you. You know it. That's what you're picking up on in the information by you staying in this peaceful state. And the bell is here, ringing the alarm that you're connected to a very highly charged informational system. Very large message, and it's making its way down to the paradigm. It's materializing itself. Visibility. People are seeing it. People know this, and people can feel it, and you can too. And not only that, with this sophistication stone here, it's also connecting you to an infinite supply of information that is also bringing forth a deeper level of action, but not just you moving in this way. It is also cementing this flag in the sand surrounding who you are in the grander scheme of things, what your energy is playing in the cosmos. A key player here. And your authentic frequency is serving a role. The truer you are to yourself, the more you can hear yourself, the longer you stay in peace, transformation is occurring. Magic is happening in the other world because this large pile of shells is sitting here in between the nature and the fire. The other world is pouring and pushing this energy because of your authentic frequency, which is tapped into a higher thread of consciousness that the other world can connect with. It's almost like this assembly line. As you clock in and do your work, it lets the other person know that they can begin to add the second layer. They can do their job. Like the other world cannot do its job if you're not doing yours. And because you're tapped into this authentic frequency, because you're choosing peace, it's letting the other world knows it can continue to move. It can continue to pour into you because the transformation is here. What is that? What I'm sensing here is that because you're in this very unique state, it's also placing you in a very magical state. It's placing you almost like you're in Willy Wonka in the chocolate factory. And in order for the contestants to get into this chocolate factory, they have to get the golden ticket. And this golden ticket is you staying in your authentic frequency. That's your golden ticket. And that is what creates this transition to occur. This is what allows the gateway into the chocolate factory to open. And once it's open, the other world pours into you. You get to see that there is a different layer here. It goes deeper, is what I'm gathering here. And what I'm picking up in the flame inside of this chocolate factory is your pyramid stone. And what the other world is saying is that they've entrusted in you specific and special skills in order for you to do things. You think you carry this unique energy for nothing. You carry this unique energy for a reason. In the other world, your spirit guides, your ancestral team placed this into you, a part of your contract before you were born here. You're operating on this wavelength because they placed it in you. The other world's signature is so unique within you. It speaks to more about your success. Where other people cannot successfully achieve, somehow you find your way to achieve. This is going to a different realm. Like you wonder why you're able to do certain things, why you're able to achieve things on such a high level in the way that you move, in the way that you're skilled. They've placed something in you so potent that the world around you sees that there's something different about you. You may have thought this was a problem. You may have thought this was an issue. The whole time, the other world placed this as an indicator. This is a very unique coding in this thread of consciousness here that the other world can sense. Almost like matching tattoos. When it comes together, it creates a larger picture. When you operate on this authentic frequency, it opens up the doorway to the chocolate factory. Acknowledging your unique gift, acknowledging that you have the golden ticket. And it lets them know to bring in the Oompa Loompas. It lets the other world know you've made it here. Now they can pour into you the next layer of gift, the next layer of energy. And that's what I'm seeing here. Very interesting message that I'm picking up in the stones. But what I would like to do as I sit in the flame is try to pull in on what this pyramid stone is about. The other world entrusted you with something. What is this pyramid stone about that's landing in the fire? I pull cards on the pyramid stone, but I also was called to pull stones on this creativity ring because of this thread of consciousness here. The pyramid and what the other world has entrusted in you, this energy is being expressed out into the world around you by way of your creativity on the latter end. So I wanted to see what that was about as well. And I would like to dive into the pyramid stone and the fire first. What the other world has entrusted in you or instilled in you that made your energy so different. And the cards that came out were mystery, free will, commitment to authenticity, true self, honesty, and heritage. And what I'm downloading here is that some of you in the collective, what I'm picking up on is that people may view you as very mysterious. Like they don't know anything about you, but they know everything about you at the same time. It's like they can't quite put their finger on what it is that makes them question who and what you are about. Like, why are they so invested in you? But the truth here is that your mysterious has everything to do with your connection with the world of the spirit, with you embracing and emerging and immersing yourself with the realm of spirit. But this quite as kept and quite uniquely gives you the power of free will, the autonomy to move how you see fit. Like this inner knowing or the knowledge that you have gained on your spiritual journey has taught you a very powerful lesson. That as long as you stay committed, as long as you stay true to yourself, it draws you closer to this inner core frequency, this inner core knowing of your heritage, of your DNA, of your bloodline, which keeps you from performing, keeps you from trying to fit in, trying to do all these things to make other people understand you. You don't care about that because there is this inner truth that you have gathered on your spiritual journey that let you know that you're here for a higher purpose. And as long as you stay true, the answers will reveal themselves at every phase of your life. You don't have to sit in a space of pondering and wondering about who you are or where you need to go, because the answer will come as long as you choose yourself. It is a win-win situation in every stretch of the imagination. And what you're coming to find along with that truth is that you are very blessed. You have something in the way that you move, in your authentic frequency, in the very way that you operate, that comes with or is encoded with a knowing. You don't have to be something. You have to stay in alignment with your heart. Stay in alignment with these frequencies and the messages moving throughout the cosmos, and the answers to the very questions that plague you will be revealed, will calm your soul, will give you direction. No matter what, is what I'm seeing is like there is a solace within your energy. That is what's instilled within you. A knowing of your path, a knowing of your purpose, a knowing of who you are is what they have instilled in you, what the other world has provided for you. And this quenches the thirst of your psyche. That's why bless, I picked up bless. It's the state of your soul. It's the state that you're sitting in comfort. Your psyche sits in comfort as long as you sit in this state of peace. Every question, every issue that plagues your mind, that plagues your soul will be answered. And that is what makes you mysterious. You don't have to talk about who you are. You don't have to seek out outside counsel from your peers, from all these external things that people tend to lean on for validation. Your validation comes from within. Your validation comes from knowing that you're going to get your answer one way or the other, because something magical happens by way of the other world pouring into you by you staying authentic. And you're realizing you're a key player on this spread. And speaking your truth is a part of your heritage. It's a part of your purpose. It's a part of what you're meant to do. And it's taking you this long, or it has placed you in this space to realize you serving yourself, you honoring yourself is giving the world life. The beginning message of something that you're serving is giving life to the world. That's what you're realizing. You serving your spiritual self is serving the cosmos, is serving a larger scheme of things. You did not know you were such a key player, but you're realizing you're a part of a higher symphony and this rhythm of life in the orchestra of life. Period. Very large message that I'm picking up in the cars. And this continuity of this energy ends with the expression of your frequency to the world around you. And the cards that came out were take a chance, create a new tradition, breaking cycles, decisive, and destiny. And what I'm downloading here in the cards is that you're coming in contact with this energetic threshold, or the energies moving. You're stepping into something new. You can feel that in your energy. You can feel the shift. You can feel the visibility of your frequency being seen on a different level. This is an indicator that you're stepping into that wave of consciousness. However, it's also the expression of your energy out in this paradigm. We're stepping into the 3D. We're stepping into the world around you. And you're probably in this state is what I'm picking up on, where you have to plunge, dive off the bridge and take a chance to create something new, to create something different, to break cycles. Oh, what I'm getting a download. What I'm gathering here for some of you in the collective is that something may have shifted in your familial system, in the home front. Yeah, I'm seeing some of you may have set boundaries, drew the line in the sand is what I'm gathering. You refuse to continue to go down the same cycle, to go down an energetic pattern that was rippling through your familial system. And instead of continuing the cycle, you broke it. You are breaking it, is what I'm picking up here. And what I'm seeing is that you are taking a chance in creating new traditions for your family, to put them in a better state, because you're operating now in a state of peace. So you're elevating the family system to be better, to do something different, to offer up a choice for them to make their own decisions, whether they're going to continue the cycle or break it. And not only that, it's almost like you're forging the path to create an alternative path, but this path is more about an alternative choice. You're, instead of it just being an A and B choice, your courage to break the cycle is adding the C and D. So people have an alternative answer to choose from in your family system. They have to make a choice. You made yours. They have to make their own choice, because what you're operating on is an energy of expression. You're feeling this energy coming down from the other world where you're carving out this path in a space of peace because you're aligning with your destiny. So your choice, your decisions, your actions are so much more secure. You know that the answer is A. You know what the answer is. You don't have to question, sit and wonder about what it is. You know, your energy knows because you're aligned with this rhythm. Therefore, the expression of this frequency is showing up in the world around you as decisive, as a cycle breaker. Is showing up as new tradition. Is showing up as you taking a chance. That's the expression of this energy. That is how it's showing up in this paradigm. Because you're aligned with a higher destiny that your spirit is in tune with. Very large message here in the cars. Woo! Thank you all for joining me in tonight's healing circle. Very large message, and thank you all for joining me. And at this time, I would like to come down from this very powerful and heated thread of consciousness and close out tonight's healing circle. What a beautiful read here. And at this time, I'm going to close out tonight's healing circle. Thank you all for joining me, and I will see you all at the next.